Hi, I'm Glenn. Thanks for watching my first YouTube video. I'm embarking on a journey and I'm hoping you'll come along with me. I wanted to give you a quick introduction video to tell you a little bit about myself and also about the topics I'm going to cover on my channel. I'm going to weave two topics together. One will be sports card collecting, mainly baseball. I've done a whole lot of watching YouTube content creators in the sports card community in the last 6 months, and I've done a lot of watching and a lot of lurking in the background, you might say. Gotten a lot of inspiration from those folks, and I'll reference those folks and who I've watched and listened to over the last 6 months in my future videos. But what I've really gained is the courage to do this and to create a YouTube channel and join the community. So I'm excited to be able to do that. That's going to be the first topic, sports card collecting. The unique twist I think I can bring to this community is my second topic. I played minor league baseball for 4 seasons in the early to mid 1990s and did a really good job of keeping scrapbooks and keeping a journal during my playing time. So I've got a lot of good stories and things that I can share. And what I'm wanting to do is weave sports card collecting and my minor league experience into sort of a biographical channel. So the way I thought about it was, wouldn't it be awesome if I could look at a video or watch a video from my great-grandfather or my grandfather or even my dad and listen to them talk about their journey through life and through their sports careers and things like that. So that's what I'm going to try to do with this channel, is take that side of it from the minor league experience and share a lot of my stories, and also weave in sports card collecting, which is my hobby right now that I'm getting back into. I've got 2 topics I'll tease right now, and hopefully you'll tune in to future episodes. While I was playing in the minor leagues, I have 2 claim to fames, or claim to shames, some might call them. So looking forward to sharing those 2 stories. Those will be probably the 2 highlights of my personal experience, but excited to share not just those 2 claims to shame, but also all of my experiences as well. Weaving those 2 stories together, that's going to be the theme of the channel, hence the name of the channel, Dugout to Cardboard. Kind of gives a glimpse of my minor league experience being in the dugout and then moving into being a collector of sports cards now. I've brainstormed a whole lot of topics. I've got a laundry list of things to talk about, so I hope I have plenty of content ready. So I should be on a pretty routine schedule. Maybe once a week is what I'm going to shoot for, and just go down the list and start hitting all the topics. Things like personal stories I mentioned, you know, my favorite places to play when I played in the minor leagues, my story of each year that I played, and I can share my cards and my statistics and talk about my teammates and who my favorite my favorite roommate was, who the funniest teammate I had was, who was the toughest hitter I faced, things like that. So I'm hopeful that people will be interested in that. And again, like I said, mainly doing this for documentation purposes. You know, document my past. That way it can be watched and seen, and also bring in the sports card collecting, where I can intertwine the 2 and document my collection and share some cards along the way. Not just personal stories, I'll talk about card organization, sports collecting projects that I'm doing, hobby topics, which are things that the whole content creator and audience and environment are talking about today. So as I mentioned, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos in the last 6 months, so really just excited to get into the fray and share my thoughts and opinions and comments on a lot of topics in the sports card collecting hobby. A little bit about my card collecting background. I was born in 1971, so I've got a similar story that a lot of the content creators have. Late 70s, early 80s was my heavy sports card, baseball card, mostly collecting time frame. Once I got out of high school into college, basically left the hobby completely. Missed an opportunity, of course, while I was playing in college and in the minor leagues to still keep up the hobby, but I did not. Hindsight's 2020 there. That would have been awesome. Had a lot of great chances for some cool autographs with people that I met, but did not continue the hobby throughout that time. Just rejoined the hobby this past January 2025. Missed the COVID boom that everybody seems to have returned to the hobby with. I did not do that, so now 8 months into returning to the hobby now. So found out a lot of things have changed since the 70s and 80s, no doubt about that. One of the reasons I got back into the hobby was looking for a stress reliever. Hobbies do that, and beginning of this year was looking for an opportunity to relieve some stress and get away from the stresses of the corporate world. And so got back into baseball cards and really found that it really is true. Spending a lot of time with my hobby in the evenings, on the weekends, definitely lent itself to giving me some stress relief. And started reading some biographies. As I mentioned, I collected in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. Started reading some biographies of the 50s and 60s players, Willie Mays, Sandy Koufax, Jackie Robinson, folks like that. So that really got the bug, in me to get back into card collecting and go backwards from my earlier 80s and 90s time frame to the 50s and 60s and the post-war Hall of Fame group. So that's what I'm focused on these days. I'm really excited to get involved with the community. It's a great community. I've listened to a lot of podcasts, watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I hope this journey is something that you'll join me on. As I said, I'm very new to the game, first video here, so bear with me as I learn the ropes and get better and better, but excited to share some information, share some personal stories, and weave my minor league playing days in with sports card collecting and take you along for that journey. So thanks for watching tonight and look forward to seeing you in the future.